My girlfriend uninvited me from our dream vacation, and now she's shocked that I'm ending our relationship. It all started this spring when my girlfriend Sarah excitedly told me about a week-long trip to Hawaii she was planning. We'd stay at her mom's friend's beach house with her two best friends, Mike and Lisa. I was thrilled. It sounded perfect. We spent months planning, but in early June, Lisa unexpectedly dropped out. That's when everything changed. One evening, Sarah sat me down, her face uncharacteristically serious. "Ben, we need to talk about the trip," she began, her voice hesitant. She explained that Mike had called her, saying he felt uncomfortable going if it was just the three of us. He barely knew me and didn't want to be a third wheel. Without consulting me, Sarah had agreed to change our plans. Now it would just be her and Mike, going to Costa Rica instead of Hawaii. I felt like I'd been punched in the gut. So I'm uninvited? Just like that? I couldn't keep the anger from my voice. Sarah's eyes welled up. "I'm so sorry, Ben. I didn't know how to tell you. Mike said he wouldn't go if you came, and I've been looking forward to this trip for so long." Our argument lasted for hours. I felt betrayed and disrespected. How could she choose Mike over me without even discussing it? Eventually, we compromised on a separate trip to Copenhagen for us, but the sting of betrayal lingered. To ease my discomfort, I suggested meeting Mike before their trip. Sarah agreed, relief evident in her voice. We spent the 4th of July weekend in Mike's city. The meeting was painfully awkward. Mike was cold and distant, barely acknowledging my presence. Even Sarah seemed taken aback by his behavior. That night, Sarah admitted, "I don't understand. Mike's never acted like this before. I'm sorry he was so unfriendly." As their trip approached, my anxiety grew. Sarah's family, upon hearing about the situation, were shocked. Their disapproval only fueled more arguments between us. I asked Sarah to come up with something to make me feel better about the trip. She half-heartedly offered to cancel, but I didn't want to be resented for ruining their plans. She asked for my suggestions, but stalled until the day of departure. The morning they left, Sarah handed me a bag of peanut butter cups as a peace offering. The gesture felt hollow as I drove them to the airport, my knuckles white on the steering wheel. Watching Sarah walk away with Mike, I felt something break inside me. I knew then that our relationship would never be the same. The day after dropping her off, I sent her a carefully worded text explaining that I didn't feel safe or loved in our relationship. I told her I'd be dropping off her things and leaving her keys with a neighbor. Sarah called and messaged repeatedly throughout the week, but I couldn't bring myself to respond. By Thursday, she realized I was serious and started asking logistical questions. As I packed up her things, I couldn't help but wonder how we'd gone from planning our dream vacation to ending our relationship in just a few short months. The betrayal and disrespect I felt were too much to overcome, even if everything else had been good until now.